Well, I have a clutch cable. Let's see if you can see it. The little hook's right there. And you can see the line running down to the pulley. Pulley's right there. And it runs all the way back. It comes up through my cable. Comes out right there to the wing nut. And if I go on the other side of the body, you can see the wing nut. There's the wing nut. I'm going to press the pedal. Yeehaw! Let me see if I can keep it still here. We have a clutch cable. I drilled a 1/4 inch hole and then I opened it up to 3/8 after I centered everything here down the middle. And this goes right through the solid steel bar. There's one, you can see one of them right here, the 1-inch solid steel bar. And I have a huge washer on it. It's about 3/16 thick in aluminum. That corner sits right on the thing. I'm going to put something over the tube so it hits it nice and soft, not nails it. But I got to make a bracket under here to hold the seat section up a little bit. This thing is really strong. Probably wouldn't need it, but I'm going to make some kind of a bar under here to hold this up. Problem is getting there and making that work. The shifter thingy's all done. You seen that yesterday? It's right here. That really doesn't need any more support than that. I might tag another one right here from there to there. I'll do that right now, as a matter of fact. The rod I painted last night, I need a nut to jam nut this thing. The clip is right here, an extra screw is right here. I was thinking of making some kind of a seat bracket, but I don't have any kind of metal to go from here to there. And the stuff I do have is too thin and too narrow. And I was thinking about a wireframe, or maybe just a wooden bolt-in seat that sat down in that groove right here. But your leg would be rubbing on this and then get kind of aggravating. So I need some kind of a cushion thingy I can put in there. Don't know. What can I have for a seat? And the inside of this body, the outside might look great, but the inside is just stuff everywhere. I mean, the battery goes here. I don't have a gas tank. I don't know what they were thinking back here, but maybe he was going to make some kind of a, I don't know, a curtain to hide all this stuff. But your back seat would end about right here. I don't understand. This was a piece of stick. It was like a piece of wood, and it was all rotted. You can see all the screw holes. I took all that out. It's still kind of nasty in there. I'm going to have some holes here to support whatever the back seat sits on. But as far as what the back end of the back seat sits on, I have no idea yet. I'm going to have to make something off the mounts, or I don't know. Maybe off the frame. I can't. No idea. No idea right now, but I don't think we're going to be driving it this year anyway. I don't even have an engine yet, but it's nice to get this stuff done. Brake cable. We made the cable. I can't really put it in until I do a ton of measurements. The bolts that go in the front for that bolt through the angle iron from here to here, there's a bolt in the middle, but that bolt in the middle is right in the middle of those headlight bracket things I made, so I got to figure that out too eventually. If it isn't one thing, it's another. I have no idea what speedometer this would have been, and if it is, I'm going to have to tilt it a little, or it's going to hit that pipe in there. The handlebars, I'm thinking I need shorter risers. These things are like 4 or 5 inch. Wouldn't hurt if they were down here. Maybe 1.5 inch, 2 inch, whatever it is. That would move us back to about here, so again, it would all depend on the seat. Now I got seats from the Hot Rod. I'm not using those. That's like a Cavalier. You know, put a car seat on a motorcycle when it's just a pad. And I mean, on Trike, you really want a backing. You want to be able to lay back and relax, because sitting upright and holding on to handlebars, that's a pain in the ass. It hurts after a while. I sanded a little bit here. I have a crack right here. I think it's a bolt head. He did a great job at shaping stuff, but it's been sitting so long, I'm thinking that some of the metal underneath his little Bondo work here is just making it crack, or it's the way he put it together, because it's kind of, I don't know. We'll have to sand this down and see what's under there. It could be the Bondo King, you know. But he made a cool little vent. This guy had some mad skills making this body. I don't know who he was. I never met him. The guy I got it from pulled it out of a junkyard. He could be dead for all we know. But I've never seen a Volkswagen Trike body like this. I mean, these are, of course, all the inside's original steel, Volkswagen stuff, but this is all fiberglass. The seam up here, where the fenders bolt on, because these are fiberglass fenders, is Volkswagen, but he seamed it all. It's all gone. He did a nice job, but it's old, so the metal underneath the fiberglass is cracking and peeling away. I'm going to cut this apron out, put a brand new one in there. That's another thing. There's 80 bucks right there I don't have. But I've been doing what I can, and it's been going pretty good. No complaints there. Fiberglass does not stick to metal. It might be able to cover it, but eventually it's going to crack out. Yeah, I wish it was that low. That whole thing's got to come down about 10 inches. Easy. But I got it up in the air so I can crawl under it. Alright. What can I do? Check this out. It's got a cobweb in the eyeball. There's a spider living in there. All the dust in the air from sanding the wood over here made it obvious. And there's wood dust everywhere. I have a rubber bumper in here holding it up because I'm going to shim. I have to make some shims for the body mounts. And this is probably the worst one. I have to make a shim for that right there. Probably, just looking at it, about a ½ inch thick. So I have 1, 2, making 3 and 4, 5, 6 body mounts in the back. This is a front one, so that'll be 7. There's going to be one here to just a T-bar to hold the body up so it just doesn't buckle in the middle with my big ass sitting there. But I got these to fit nice, a lot of filing, a lot of cleaning up the curves. Still got a little gap back here. They almost don't fit, but if I get shorter ones, I bet they'll fit fine. It almost looks like they're backwards, but they're not. Pedals are looking good. I don't know if you can see them, but I made a little mark on the frame, so when I take the body off, I know where it is. Clutch cable. But that in itself, it's really easy to push the clutch cable now, because of course we have no transmission, no pressure plate to push in yet, and it's not that hard anyway. I've had this before. But yeah, that's it. I really don't have much to do right now, and I don't feel good, so I'm gonna do a few little things. I just mentioned one, and I already forgot what it was. That's how my mind works. But I've never seen a Volkswagen Trike like this before. I'd love to know who made it. I have no idea where it came from. It was in Western Connecticut. I bought it last winter. I thought it was all fiberglass. When I got there and found out it was half steel and it was really rusty and shit, I was kind of concerned about buying it. And I went, you know what? I can weld. So let's just get it and worry about it later. But I'm going to mess a little bit. I don't know with what yet. Maybe something up front or underneath. Maybe this piece under here. I don't know what to use. I'm really out of metal. I got stupid little crappy pieces here and there. I got a piece of angle iron. I could put that underneath, but it's not that great. I only have to do a little span. I'd like it to be made out of the 1 inch. Just go from here to here and be on a T-bar underneath. And that way it's just something that holds it up. It's not really connected to it. These are going to be for the seats. That one's going to be for the front plate on the seat. I don't know why they got these 2 extra holes there, but maybe I'll use them. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, talk to you later. I tried squaring it up from here to here and then using a line up there and doing the same thing over here. It just didn't come out. So what I did is I went from the frame bolt right there all the way out to here, 17.5 inches, and then I did it on the other side right here. What I'm going to do is center punch those and drill them out to 1/4 inch and then 3/8. I think it was 7 1/4. Yeah, it's 7 1/4 on center. That's going to be the basis for whatever I do with this piece of mess back here. Seems to be the strongest thing, and no sense cutting it off. You're not going to see any of it, and it's pretty heavily welded down in there. They did make a battery tray, which is absolutely ridiculously beefy, so that's pretty cool. Just trying to go from here and make something out of this mess. Maybe we'll do it in oak, maybe we'll do it in, I don't know, wood, or I don't know. Maybe some more angle iron first, then maybe some wood. But he put a nice lip on this thing. It's got a really nice lip. If I could transfer that to something and make it work, I will gladly do it. Could be a little hidden compartment in here. I don't know. A toolbox is a little toolbox or something. Alright, I'm going to drill some holes and give me something to start with. Well, I drilled a 3/8 hole here. I drilled one here. I added some down here. Now the ones that were there were way off center. And I added one there. You can just barely see it. These are going to have to reverse sink some nuts into the top of the frame tubes. So I can just put a bolt in here. I made them 1/2 inch. I might make these 1/2 inch, we'll see. But I'm messing around with some metal I have. Trying to figure out what this guy was trying to do. I don't understand why he would put a piece of wood under here and just let it float. I don't know. He had this thing hanging all over the place, so I might have to trim out this whole pan section and make something of my own. I don't know out of what, because it can only go so far, because over here is where the fuel tank will be. Not like this one's square. That one goes all over the place. So big toss-up as to what to do back here now that it's upright. Still playing. Alright, ground this out and cut a nice little piece of stock here. I think this is 3/8. Yeah, that's 3/8. And I want to kind of catch the far corner. But this is all I'll be able to do. There's nothing else I can put on here or to get in the way of the tube, and just won't shift right. So we're going to buzz this here and buzz that there and go for broke. How crazy is that thing? I don't know about crazy, but it's hot. Woo, it's hot. Oh, I'm getting tired, man. I had a busy day today. Never mind Volkswagen. Whew. Running around. Get this, get that, go here, go there. It's one of those days. But I think I'm gonna think about this whole back section here and come up with something. Think about my seat. Yeah. Think about smaller risers and a bracket for my master cylinder. I gotta get some metal for that. I need backing plates. That one's fair, but I really don't want to use a fair one. I want to use a couple new ones. But I'm going in, man. Have a good night.